cantares, ojos de papel volando y a todos diles que sí, pero no les digas cuando ya sí me dijiste a mí, por eso vivo penando.
Mexico. Now for this story, you have to stay awake. Because if you fall asleep, by the time you come back to my story, I might be finished. The story is about two compadres, two good buddies. One was Pancho, and the other one was Tomaso. Pancho. Oh, poor Pancho. Pancho was a good man, but he wasn't very smart at all. And Tomaso was a clever fella. And he loved to play tricks at other people. One day, Pancho and Tomaso met in a dusty street in their village, and Tomaso had in his back this big bag. And Pancho said to him, "Say, compadre, what do you have in that big bag on your back?" Well, what was really in the bag was fine white flour, Alina blanca y fina, like the one you used to bake cakes. But since Tomaso loved to play tricks on other people, he said to Pancho, "Why, ashes, of course." "Ashes?" said Pancho. "What do you want that for?" "Well, didn't you know, compadre," said Tomaso, "I go to Walpan, and I sell the ashes for mucho dinero, lots of money." And with that, Tomaso left as if it was nothing of importance, and Pancho thought to himself, "Maravilloso, this is wonderful. I'm a poor man. The only thing I have in the world is ashes. I'll become a wealthy man." So Pancho went home, and he collected the ashes for weeks. And when he finally had a good sum, off he went to Walpan. "Ashes, ashes for sale, cenizas, vendo cenizas, 1,000 pesos. Why, the people just laughed in his face. They said, "There's a crazy man on the street trying to sell ashes." So Pancho decided to lower the price. "Ashes, ashes for sale, cenizas, vento cenizas, 100 pesos. Why, the people still said, "There's still that local man on the street trying to sell ashes." Until he met a man who told him, "I'll tell you what I'll give you for your ashes. I'll give you this fool's mask. You put it on and you wear it, because that's what you are, a big fool trying to sell ashes." Oh, poor Pancho. He decided to go back home. But the journey home took 2 days. And so in the distance, he saw a little light. And the light belonged to a campfire. And the campfire belonged to the fiercest bandidos in all of Mexico, the fiercest crooks. And when they saw Pancho, he looked like he had nothing to give, nothing to lose. They allowed him to spend the night. Now, in the middle of the night, it was getting cold. And especially cold was Pancho's nose. Then he remembered the mask, he put it on, and went to sleep. When one of the bandidos that was keeping watch saw the deep-set eyes, the beaky nose, the ghoulish-looking mouth, he yelled, "Whatever! He's coming to get us for all the awful things that we have done. But that is we gotta be for sure. He's gonna catch me first time. So I told Randy Nazi Mexico with the bandidos right before his heels, but all of a sudden, poof! There was silence. They had come to the edge of a cliff, and when Pancho looked out, there were the bandidos dead. Now Pancho said to himself, "Madre mia!" And when he touched his face, what did he find? But the mask that had scared them away. Oh, poor Pancho. He felt so bad, even though it really wasn't his fault. So he finally went back to the campsite and he finally got some rest. The next day when he got up, what did he find? But 3 satchels full of gold pieces that the bandidos had left behind. Now Pancho said to himself, "Maravilloso, this is wonderful, I'm finally a wealthy man." But remember I told you Pancho was a good man. He knew that money didn't belong to him. So he decided he was going to share with those who even had less than he had. But before I do that, thought Pancho, I think I'll play a trick on my compadre Tomaso. So Pancho returned to his village, and who was there to greet him but his compadre, who said to him, "Well, tell me, Pancho, did you sell the ashes in what?" "Sell the ashes? Why, of course I did. Don't you see these 3 satchels full of gold pieces?" Tomaso could not believe his eyes. And that, Pancho put the satchels on his back as if it was nothing of importance, and he said adios. And guess what? For the 2nd week in a row, there's another loco man. This time, Tomaso trying to sell ashes in Hualpan. Y colorín colorado, este cuento se ha acabado. Este cuento entró por un callejón dorado y salió por uno plateado. Pero el tuyo no ha empezado. And all that means is that my story's finished. Gracias, thank you. In Mexico, there were many groups, but there were 2 main groups. We call them civilizations. They were the Maya and they were the Aztecs. They lived right here in Mexico. And then, boys and girls, someone came. Does anyone know who came? Well, the Spanish people. They came from Europe. They came across the Atlantic Ocean. They came to Mexico. And they brought some brand new things to Mexico. For example, they brought a brand new language. Trajeron un nuevo idioma. That's why we speak Spanish in Mexico. Por eso hablamos español. And they brought a brand new religion. And they brought Christianity. But they also brought some things that weren't very good. You know, like leavens and diseases. But they did bring something wonderful, boys. It's a Mexican polka from the north of Mexico. One day the lion got up and he decided he was going to be the king of all of his adventures. As he approached the forest, an eagle saw him. And the eagle said, "Cuidado, cuidado, everybody run and hide, here comes the mighty lion." And all the animals did hide. They hid behind the rocks, and they hid behind the shrubs, and they hid absolutely everywhere. And all of them did hide, except the little cricket who didn't hear the eagle's warning. Now as the lion got to the forest, he thought it was very strange that none of the animals were there to say to him, bienvenido. That means welcome. Then all of a sudden, he heard a little voice that was coming from the other side, and he thought to himself, I'm going to go see who's singing that ugly song. And when he got there, who was there but the little cricket? And the lion said to him, what's the matter with you, Grillo? How come you don't come to me and say bienvenido, welcome? The little cricket was so scared. All he managed to say was, I'm sorry, senor. Then the lion said, very well, we're going to have a race. And if I win, I'm going to step on you, crunch. But if you win, I'll forgive you. Well, the little cricket was so scared. He didn't know what to say. He didn't know what to do. But all of a sudden, he had a wonderful idea. And so he said, very well, senor, we will race. Are you ready? Said the lion. When I count to 3, we're going to run from this rock to the rock on the other side. Are you ready? 1, 2, y 3. When the cricket heard 3, he jumped the lion's tail, then he jumped the lion's back, then he jumped the lion's head, and the lion ran and ran, and every so often he would look back to see where the cricket was, but never to see it. But he thought to himself, that silly cricket, he's probably still back there waiting for me to say 1, 2, y 3. And so the lion ran and ran and ran before he got to the last rock. He looked back, and at that precise moment, the cricket jumped on the lion's head and onto the rock. Not believe his eyes. Who was there but the little cricket singing a little song? Now the lion was so confused, and all the cricket managed to say was, buenos dias, senor. You sure ran slowly this morning. So, boys and girls, the lion did forgive the cricket for what he thought was impoliteness. And from that day on, the cricket, el grillo, is the hero of all the insects of Maine. Y colorín colorado, este cuento también se acabó. Gracias. Boys and girls, this is my friend Juanita. Juanita's from Yucatan. That's where the story comes from. She has a pretty dress, which we call a terno, and in the back she has a ribbon that represents the rebozo. And I have an honest-to-goodness terno here to show you. First of all, if you wear just the dress, like this, it's a hipil. And if you wear it with the underskirt, then the whole thing is called a terno. Now, how many of you think that the ladies of Yucatan, the señoritas, wear this dress for special occasions? You think they wear it for special days?
Sure.
Yeah, for special days. That's right, boys and girls. Días de celebración, días de fiesta. But for daily use, they might wear a dress that's similar to this one, but not quite as fancy. And in the back, you notice that Juanita had a ribbon. The ribbon represents the rebozo. This is my rebozo rosita, and I also have my rebozo rojo and my rebozo morado. So here's my rebozo morado, my rebozo rojo, and I'm looking for a little girl like you. Come on up, sweetie. And a little girl like you. Come on up. And girls, what's your name, sweetheart? Daisy. I thought your name was Strawberry Shortcake. He says right there, Strawberry Shortcake. Over here. What's your name? Jemai over here. Jemai, how old are you?